Playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the New Orleans Saints and the Arizona Cardinals. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. From his end zone comes McFarland. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Henry again on second down. Little power on the move that time, but still tackled shy of the 20. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Murray. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the option, here's Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. They'll run it again with Henry. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On play action, it's Murray. And that is incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Looking for Campbell downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. On 2nd and 9. Carr. This one taken in by Olave. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Jalen Thompson picks it. There he goes, left side. 20, 10, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Carr now on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. Off the option, here's Henry. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Dillon up the middle. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, that's one way you take away a 1st down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Looking for Campbell downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr finding Taysom Hill complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 17, Carr drives it left side and finds Olave. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Now to throw. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone comes McFarland. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Play action. Now it's Murray. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He had over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in this wild card game. Well, Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year 1.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Carr now on 1st down. Downfield, and he's got Olave. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And 22 more yards there and another 1st down. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Carr. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Carr to throw again. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Now Carr. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. On 1st down, Carr. Looking sideline, incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Carr. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Carr. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. No problem there on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From his end zone comes McFarland. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. That ball caught by Campbell. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. from the gun on third down. Murray looking for Campbell downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Carr. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Trying the left side with Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. They find some open field here. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys have now moved out in front.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From his end zone comes McFarland. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Second down, they go again with Henry. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's a play that would be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. What a run there. You got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. Touchdown! From 8 yards out. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We've got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On 2nd and 1, Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, It certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. From his end zone comes McFarland. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Henry again on second down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at third and a few inches. Again, it's Henry. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now Murray's got to have this one. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he is going to have the Cardinals 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Off the option, here's Henry. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Derrick Henry, 51 yards. And the Cards are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Carr's throw caught by Olave. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Carr to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 130 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, Henry. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Blankenship's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this wild card game has been as good as advertised. They trail by a field goal here in the 4th, with obviously a very critical drive forthcoming as they start with a first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Carr going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing his Carr. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Carr, got to have this one. It's complete. Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Carr to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Carr. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now Carr. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Here's Carr. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Back to throw, Carr. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said,